We're looking here on this Wednesday. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, everybody. It is quiet out there on the roads right now. Route 2, the Mass Pike looking good. 128, pretty much your entire ride is clear right now. We'll watch roads to the south. For now, you can see a little bit of late running construction at the top of 24 in Randolph. They've been there for a while. Same thing as you take 93 down into the city of Boston. Watch out for work crews, couple orange cones. They should be all picked up by 5 a.m. Doug?
All right, Katie.
Hey, Katie.
Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, everybody, on this Wednesday morning. It is a quiet start. If you do have to get out and hit the roads, now is a good time to do so. By about 5:30, we'll start seeing things fill in at the Braintree split, and that will spread down Route 24 and Route 3. Getting up on the expressway, though, still a light ride by Columbia Road on that northbound side. Same thing out to the west, all the way inbound from Worcester on the Mass Pike. Route 2 looks good. Same thing, 93 coming down to the Zachem Bridge. Doug and Antoinette.
All right, Katie, thank you.
Yeah, we just had a crash that popped up on Route 1. Everywhere else is looking pretty quiet, but we do have a crash that just came in. Route 1 northbound at Lowell Street to Route 114 closed due to a crash there. I'm going to keep an eye on that. That literally came in seconds ago. Out to the west, Route 2 looks good. The Mass Pike. Roads to the west tend to fill in a little bit later than the rest of them. Give it till 8 a.m. Until you see that really back up. Roads to the south still looking good. 24, Route 3 getting up to the Braintree split. And then the D branch shuttles in place right now until December 21st. Antoinette.
Give them an excuse to scream.
Now they
All right,
do.
so just let it rip.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes,
We know you woke up
today.
to watch.
Yes.
That's awesome. Well, the weather's not too bad either. I mean,
No.
it's pretty awesome.
I mean,
all things considered.
Kids of that age, I know from experience because I got two boys, they don't like to wear jackets.
No.
They
I'm
prefer the
experiencing it
hoodies.
now.
I mean, shorts as long as possible. It is December, which is why it's tough to get snow around here because every time it warms up, we get the rain.
And I just keep thinking if these rain events were snow events,
We'd have a lot of it.
a lot of it would
But
certainly
we
be a
don't.
white Christmas,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
reports say this involves maybe 2 vehicles. I'm going to keep an eye on it for you and watch those closures. So that's northbound. Southbound, once you get by that, it's a nice ride through Saugus on the southbound side of Route 1. All of our roads still pretty quiet for 519. Route 2 looks good. The Mass Pike. We're going to watch roads to the south. You can see it starting to fill in at the Braintree split. It's starting to get a little busier too on the expressway north by Columbia Road. Antoinette. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, everybody. We got a couple of things that I'm watching right now. A new crash reported in Woburn. 128 southbound before Route 38. That's exit 53. Look at the traffic already backed up on that southbound side to 93. So if you're going through that Cloverleaf area, you will see some delays. Also, if you are traveling Route 1 northbound through Peabody right now, we've got a crash at Lowell Street on the northbound side with the left lane blocked. Some slight delays getting through that scene. Southbound side, though, looking good through Saugus all the way down to the Tobin. And then watching roads to the south, we are now starting to fill in at the Braintree split. Doug?
All right, Katie, thank you.
Out there right now, Katie.
Good morning, Cindy. A couple of problems to the north early on this morning. I want to start in Woburn because we had all lanes blocked on 128 southbound due to a crash right at exit 53. That's Route 38. Looks like they may have at least opened one lane, but it's heavy back to 93. So I'm going to keep an eye on that for you. That's an already busy stretch. Getting down to Route 3, you want to add some time. On Route 1 northbound in Peabody, we had that crash in the that blocked a lane by Lowell Street. It's now moved off into the breakdown lane. They're waiting for a tow truck. There are still some delays, though, on the northbound side. Doug?
All right.
That's certainly helping us out because things are starting to get busy out there. I've got this crash in Woburn, all lanes blocked due to a crash at exit 53. That's right at Route 38. So this is on the southbound side of 128. Delays were stretching back to 93. They're extending back a little further now. So you got a really tough ride getting down 128 by 93 approaching Route 3. Also watching a new crash in Hanover that just popped up. 2 separate vehicles in the breakdown lane northbound side of Route 3 after exit 32. That's right at Route 53. Very busy stretch of Route 3 there. Doug and Antoinette.
Here's another traffic night.
Woburn right now that is taking up some space on 128 southbound between Wakefield and Woburn on that southbound side. You're slowing down to about 12 miles an hour. This is due to a crash right before Route 38. That's exit 53. And all lanes were blocked there, but it looks like traffic is somehow getting by, maybe in the breakdown lane. Still, it's slowing you down to 12 miles an hour, so give yourself plenty of extra time if you're heading out on 128 through Wakefield, Woburn now. Looking at Hanover on Route 3 northbound, we've got 2 separate vehicles in the breakdown lane. That's going to delay you on that road. Doug and Antoinette.
All right, Katie.
Treat time. Yes.
Hopefully.
Right before nap time.
Get that energy out.
hyped up.
Yeah.
Well, I know a lot of those kids would like to see some snow around here by Christmas.
They're like snow day.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just the pattern we are in is not supporting it. However, it's really tough to get snow. around here.
Yeah, just these cold shots coming in for a day and then
in and out.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Cindy. Back that way. That may just be a crash timing up with the regular congestion there. So from Wakefield down to 93, that's your heaviest ride. Then it eases up a little bit getting behind that earlier crash there at exit 53. I'm also watching 2 cars in the breakdown lane in Hanover, Route 3 northbound after exit 32 with some delays in that stretch. And then up in Peabody, we've had this stubborn crash sticking around for a while. It's in the breakdown lane on the northbound side before Lowell Street. I believe they're just waiting for a tow. Antoinette.
Out there, Katie?
Yeah, it's been pretty busy out there, and I want to get down to Route 3 in the Hanover-Hingham stretch because we have 2 separate vehicles that are in the active breakdown lane on Route 3 northbound right after exit 32. That's at Route 53. Just north of there, we've got a crash in Hingham before Derby Street. So those are 2 very busy spots. You can see some delays building all the way up to the Braintree split at this point. Expressway getting busier by Columbia Road. 22 minutes for your ride, though. Braintree to Boston, not terrible for this point. Just a reminder, if you do take the Green Line, we have shuttles on the D branch. Those are in place through December 21st. Antoinette.
Spots for sure, Katie.
Definitely. It's been quite a busy Wednesday morning, and it continues. We've got a crash on the off-ramp up in Chelmsford on Route 3 southbound right at 495. That southbound ride from Chelmsford down to Burlington take you 19 minutes. Slows down a little bit once you get to 128. We've cleared those disabled vehicles in the crash in Hingham on Route 3. So really just Hingham north to Braintree, you're slow. Same thing on 24 northbound and 95. Just a little bit slow approaching 128. Looking at Route 1 in Saugus, we're starting to pick up with some traffic there on the southbound side. 25 minutes from 128 down to the Tobin Bridge. I'll time out the rest of your rides just ahead. Doug and Antoinette.
Katie, thank you.
Now, and that is about the time on a Wednesday we're going to see things start to really heat up here. So you're up to about 30 minutes for your drive time. Braintree to Boston, slowing speeds down that entire ride. 93 southbound starting to fill in too. So from Spot Pond down to the Zachem Bunker Hill Bridge, you are stop and go. 31 minutes for your ride here. It is all going to pick up within the next hour or so. So those numbers are not going to hold on for too long. Heaviest through Framingham on the Mass Pike between 495 and 128. It's a 27-minute ride. After that, you're okay. Once you get by Newton Corner area, 18 minutes from 128 to the downtown stretch. Here's a live look out by Alston Brighton. It's still very light out there. I would say by 8 a.m. that area really fills in. Cindy, it's not too bad out there weather-wise.
No, because we do have just a little bit of a surprise for you.
Look at this. Look at this.
That is a really nice
Oh, we got one more helper on this side.
Yeah, show me the money.
Okay, Katie's not having the baby immediately. I mean, that we know of.
That we know of.
Katie, when are you due?
I know, right? Okay, so I'll finally say the date. January 7th is my due date, so I still have a few weeks.
Yes.
But yesterday you were off, and a lot of people were asking, and we did plan this before you were off yesterday.
A lot of people sent me messages. No, I'm still here waiting for this baby, so as are you.
She's going to come whenever she wants to come.
Yes,
so
as did my first, so we'll see. But this is so nice.
Yeah,
Thank you, guys. I was like, are you sending me off early? Is there something I don't know?
You get an extra few weeks of vacation. No. We decided this is going to be the last day all of us are together until the new year.
Oh, well, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.
You're great.